Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's John, Chasing Majors. Got, how many? 5, 6 cards to share with you guys. Brand new pickups. Super excited to share these. What is it? It's one football, more of a modern day football, Hall of Famer. That'll make sense when I share it. 2 basketball and 3 baseball. So that's what we have. But this is going to be a bourbon and kind of show and tell for the most recent pickups. Series that I kind of kicked off, haven't really done a ton here, but I was chatting with Michael, Huddle Card Collection, during the live stream that we did the other night. He asked when I'd be doing another one of these, and you know what? It's time to do one. So, fun bourbon here. This is Old Forester. This is a limited edition set that they did, I don't know, probably 2 years ago. And there's kind of 3 bottles. So this is number 3 of 3. That's not meaning that there's 3 total bottles in the world. That means that there was 3 bottles. And if I get the story right, it was basically their master craftsmen distillers created one of these each. And obviously they created multiple barrels of these, but they're distinct to what the master distillers wanted to create. Bottle 3 is actually not my favorite. I believe bottle 2 and bottle 1 were more in line with what I preferred. Maybe I'm wrong, because bottle 3 is literally to there. So the entire set, I got this at cost. And I can't necessarily divulge how I did that, but I got these at cost. So I paid a fraction of what most people in the bourbon scene paid for these. But I am a drinker, meaning if I buy bourbon, I buy it to drink. I don't buy it to sit on the shelf. I let my sports cards sit on the shelf. And so, you know what? Because I've got such a large bourbon collection, we're going to let that breathe for a moment. But pretty excited to try this again. It's probably been since Christmas time that we cracked that out, or cracked that open, and shared that amongst some close family and friends. But 126.8 proof for anybody who is a bourbon or a whiskey drinker. Yeah, pretty special stuff. I know when it originally hit kind of the secondary market, because the minute it came out, it basically was on the secondary market, and that's the only way anybody could really get it. I want to say it was about $700 day 1. By day 2, it was over $1,000, $1,500 for all 3 bottles. Individual bottles at some point were all selling for about $700 a bottle. And yeah. So if you're a bourbon guy, you probably have a good understanding of what these are. I hope that you had an opportunity to try it. If you are a bourbon fan, let me give you guys a virtual taste. Yeah, a little warm. Definitely feel that Kentucky hug, as they call it, which is the warmth on the throat. It probably has aged a little bit better, so pretty happy about that. Cheers, salute for anybody who's seeing this. Most of you guys probably won't see this till the morning, but let's look at some cards at this point. So we're gonna go from newest to oldest. Again, 1 football, 2 basketball, 3 baseball, 4 baseball, I forget. Picked up this card, picked it up for about $5 shipped. This is a Kurt Warner rookie card. I believe this was the very first Kurt Warner rookie card. If you guys remember when he kind of burst on the scene, a lot of companies were like rushing to get products out with Kurt Warner, because it was such a hot, him and the Rams, that was such a hot moment in time for the team. But the reason why I picked this card up, I actually have multiple Kurt Warner rookie cards. My favorite one is the Bowman Best, and for my personal set registry, I have a PSA 9 Bowman Best rookie card in that set registry. But when you look at PSA's kind of set registry, typically it's this specific card that's listed. Now this is only a PSA 8. In grading from a PSA perspective, there's probably about 1,000 total cards graded. Now I don't think it's a super scarce card, but the fact of the matter is there's just not a ton of them that are graded. And so picking up an 8, specifically right now, it's off season. Nobody's thinking about Kurt Warner. And so, yeah, I picked this up for $1 plus I think it was $4 shipping. I got that at auction on eBay. So $5, pretty happy to add that. I've never owned that card. I've owned multiple Kurt Warner rookie cards. Most of my Kurt Warner cards are non-graded, but this is my second or third graded rookie card from Kurt Warner. I have the Bowman Best. I think I have the Leaf Rookies and Stars, and then this one. So pretty excited to add that one. Kind of fits in that post-war Hall of Fame collection. And even though I've already got one that kind of fits the registry, you know, this one kind of fits the registry, I guess, a little bit more officially. But I also, you know, when some of the more modern day guys have multiple rookie cards, I do try and pick them up, like the Aikman Score and the Aikman Tops, Aikman Pro Set, you know, the Steve Young USFL, plus the Buccaneers Tops rookie card. Same thing for Jim Kelly. Peyton Manning's a little bit more difficult just because he got such a vast rookie card selection, but I was a big fan of Peyton, so I have, you know, probably 20 different Peyton Manning rookie cards. Not all of them are graded, but I'm not looking to pick them all up. And of course, at some point, probably in the next year, I'll start putting some attention towards Tom Brady as his market continues to soften. Probably next off season will be when I start really looking to add some Tom Brady's and a few more Drew Breeses to my collection. Both of them are foregone conclusions. Excuse me, that whiskey got me. Both of them are foregone conclusions, in my opinion, for Hall of Fame. And Ben Roethlisberger, I think, is also a Hall of Famer. Some might debate that, but I believe he's a first ballot guy. I think the guys that are a little bit more on the fence would be Eli and Rivers, and possibly even a Matt Ryan at some point could be an argument whether he is. He does have an MVP. Personally, I would take a Donovan McNabb before I would take a Matt Ryan, but I don't get a vote, so not necessarily my choice at some point. Next card I've got for you guys, 1978. Again, my birth year. This is a Dr. J. I've got 2 of these in raw condition or ungraded condition. This is only a PSA 5. Because I've been trying to get kind of that mid-tier, mid-grade Dr. J 1970s collection done. Added this, picked this up for really cheap on Golden, and yeah, so pretty excited to get that. Gets me just a little bit closer to being able to show the full decades run. Since I did pick up the rookie card, I've got the second year. I think I'm missing his third or fourth year card, and that's the last one in the 1970s that I'm missing before I can share a full decades run. 1977, so this is the year before Dr. J. This is also in a PSA 5. A little bit worse centering on this one, right to left. And again, I've not really spent any time looking at these, so I apologize. I'm kind of keep flipping them towards me just to kind of re-look at the cards. But yeah, good corners, good edges, generally speaking. Back on this is pretty clean. So that is a 1977 Dr. J. Once I get the 74, I want to say is the one I'm missing. It'll be fun to finally be able to do kind of a 70s decades run, kind of show off or showcase video for you guys. It'll be one of the first, probably one of the first showcase videos that we do. All right, on to baseball. I know most of you guys probably collect baseball that are watching. So, trying to do the 70s decade run of this individual. I'm actually trying to do his full decades run from the 60s. His rookie card was 65, I believe. I'm still missing that card. That will be part of the post-war Hall of Fame collection. But this gets me closer to being able to have all of the 70s Tom Seaver cards. This is the 1971 in a PSA 4. And I love this set. I've shared that on the channel before. When I buy these cards, I don't mind buying 4s and 5s as long as the corners are not beat up and as long as the edges aren't all chipped up. And so this one hits the mark on both of those. The centering right to left isn't terrible, probably 40-60, 45-55. Top to bottom's probably a little bit more off. Yeah, really good card, no creases. You know, good solid 4. You know, I hate to say it's undergraded, but you know, it's a good solid 4. I don't see any indentations or any real marks on the cards. So, you know, typically I would see that card and I would expect to see that in maybe a 5, but I'll take it at a 4. I certainly appreciate the price of it. And, you know, it's cliche to say it, but we buy the cards, we don't buy the grades. I know I don't. I think that comes across in the cards that I share with you guys on the channel. I really do try and buy cards that I'm happy with, regardless of what the grade is. By the way, I don't even know what comps are on this. I probably spent about 20 bucks for that. I seen it, and it was with the 1971s and the black borders. You know, certain players, I'm okay. Just, you know, if I find it and I'm happy with it, maybe that's an overpay, maybe it's not. I don't even actually know. Spent 0 time researching it. I was totally fine. If it's a slight overpay, I was totally fine with that. The next 2 cards I did not overpay for. I'm actually really happy with the purchase prices I got on both of these. Both of these are typically below what I would normally want. This is 1966 Fergie Jenkins rookie card, PSA 4. Normally, again, I'm shooting for collector grade. I have shared my opinions. I know that I even mentioned it to the guys over on Collecting Profits in the live stream the other night. Right now, if you actually downgrade from collector grade to 1 grade below, you can save a ton of money. I'm actually probably going to do a video about that and maybe share some actual statistics of what that looks like. But I got this card for a steal from a 4 perspective, from a PSA 4 perspective, and then just what the PSA 6 versus the PSA 4 sells for. You know, to me, this was a no-brainer. I'm not the biggest Fergie fan. I'm not a hater. I don't think that he was a bad Hall of Famer. I just, you know, to me, he's just a good Hall of Famer. Didn't feel compelled to want to have a collector grade or anything bigger than that. So for the price, really happy to add that one. Able to check that one off the post-war Hall of Fame collection. And I think I might have one, but this might only be my second 1950s Hall of Fame rookie card. So I mentioned to you guys at some point, most of the 80s cards I already had for one reason or another, meaning the Hall of Fame rookie cards, pre-graded or in graded format. I had a number of the 1970s cards, but my focus in 2023 was to really start from 1979 and work backwards, and it didn't quite work out that way, but I really was focusing on the 1970s. The reason why I was focused on the 70s, just to make sure that we're all on the same page, is while the prices were coming down, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't overpaying for certain cards. And for me, a lot of the rookies from 1965 and older, those cards were still overvalued and still had much more room to come down than some of the cards in the 1970s. So I was able to just kind of put a lot of those cards out of my mind and not really focus on those earlier rookie cards, letting the prices come back down to a little bit more realistic level, and then really get some of the 1970s. Well, I've completed the 1970s at this point. I've already mentioned that before. When my comc order comes in, I will have all of them. I'll be able to do the 1970s showcase and, you know, present them, you know, to kind of a tabletop showcase for you guys. 1950s and 1960s are now my focus. Don Drysdale. This is only a PSA 3, and I say only like that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Really excited to add this card. Got a hell of a deal on it. You guys can see the centering. It looks really, really sharp. Sharp corners up top, generally speaking. A little fuzzy on that one, but not terrible. Still pretty sharp looking. Bottom corners, maybe a little bit rounded. Back on this is, you know, pretty clean. No creases, no indentations, no major issues. But again, PSA 3, so this is 2 grades below collector grade, kind of that low tier sort of grade. When you're buying these types of cards, you got to focus on, are you getting a creased card? Because a lot of 3s will have creases or some sort of major defects. This card's a little dirty. That would be probably the big thing is it might be a little dirty, but generally speaking, it's a really good 3. Pretty happy with this. So, yeah, 1957. This is my first 1957 rookie. I know the 1957s set has, what, 5 or 6 Hall of Fame rookie cards. It's got Frank and Brooks Robinson, not that they're brothers, but the Robinson guys. It's got Drysdale and a couple of others. So pretty excited to add that one to the collection. Again, post-war Hall of Fame collection. Another one in the 50s. So we're slowly just chipping away at this thing, you know. Got a few more months in the year. You know, my expectation is I'll probably add 1 or 2 per month. So we may end up chipping away 6 additional post-war Hall of Fame rookie cards between now and the end of the month. And I'm good with that, right? To me, this is a journey. This isn't a race. And so the journey of being able to, you know, add these to the collection, to me is all the fun in it. And, you know, the way that I like to collect. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying this nice bourbon here. If any of you guys ever make it out to Denver and you guys want to talk cards and have some bourbon, you guys are always more than welcome to hit me up. As I've mentioned, I have a killer bourbon selection. At one point, maybe I'll throw them all out on the table behind me and kind of, you know, do a showcase that way. I know that this is, you know, not necessarily a bourbon channel, but, you know, I do love to acquire fine bourbon, have it available for, you know, guests, family, and friends to be able to enjoy. And, of course, enjoy it every so often. And this is video number 2 in the bourbon series. So I hope you guys are all having a great Friday night. I hope you guys have a wonderful and safe Labor Day weekend. I'm not sure if I'll be posting any other videos this weekend, but if I do, and you guys are enjoying the journey, you guys know what to do. John Mangini doesn't want us to talk about, you know, like, subscribe, but you know, if you guys are enjoying the journey, like, subscribe, notifications, those sort of things. We'd love to have you guys be a part of the journey. Of course, leave comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about the collections. Let me know if you guys are bourbon fans. Yeah, let's keep this thing rolling. With that, guys, chat with you guys in the next one.